Have you ever noticed how loud silence can be? I mean, really loud. Not the peaceful kind, not the everything's finally calm kind. I'm talking about the silence where you've been praying and praying and praying, and heaven feels like it left you on red. No signs, no confirmations, no breakthroughs, just quiet. That season where you're doing all the right things, yet nothing seems to be moving. If you've been there or if you're there right now, I want you to know something before we go any further. You're not forgotten. You're not being punished. And you're definitely not wasting time. But I get it, silence messes with your mind. It makes you question things you were once confident about. It makes you replay old prayers and wonder if you said something wrong, if you missed something, if God changed his mind about you. I've been there too. There was a season in my life where I was asking God for clarity, direction, something. I wasn't asking for fireworks, just a whisper would have done. And instead, nothing. Doors didn't open. They didn't fully close either. They just stayed there, like God paused the whole storyline and walked away. And that's when I learned something most of us don't realize until we're forced to. God does some of his deepest work in silence. See, we love seasons where God speaks loudly, miracles, answered prayers, visible progress. We love when obedience comes with instant feedback. But the silent season strips that away. It removes the emotional rewards. It tests whether we're walking with God for who he is or for what he does. There's a verse that hits differently when you're in that place. Be still and know that I am God. Psalm 46:10. Notice it doesn't say do more. It doesn't say figure it out. It says be still. That's uncomfortable for people like us. Stillness feels like loss of control, and silence feels like abandonment. But often God is quiet not because he's distant. He's quiet because he's close. Think about it. When someone really wants to shape you, they don't always explain every move. A coach doesn't shout instructions every second of the game. A sculptor doesn't narrate every chip of stone. There's focus, intention, precision. Silence is not absence. Silence is attention. And here's the part that convicted me. I realized I was more addicted to God's voice than to his presence. I wanted direction more than transformation. I wanted answers more than depth. But God wasn't trying to give me information. He was trying to give me himself. There's another scripture that became personal in that season. We walk by faith, not by sight. And 2 Corinthians 5:7, let's be honest. Most of us walk by results, not faith. We feel secure when things are moving, when prayers are being answered on our timeline, when life makes sense. Silence forces you to choose faith without evidence, trust without reassurance, obedience without applause, and that's where the real work happens. In the silent season, God starts exposing what you lean on when you can't hear him, your habits, your coping mechanisms, your fears, your impatience, your need for control. Things that were hidden by constant noise suddenly surface. It's uncomfortable, but it's holy. I remember asking God, why won't you just tell me what to do? And the honest answer, one I didn't like, was this: because if he told me, I'd rely on the instruction instead of the relationship. Silence teaches you to recognize God beyond words, to notice his patterns, his timing, his faithfulness in small, quiet ways. It teaches you discernment instead of dependence. And there's something else silence does. It reveals your true motivation. Are you still praying when nothing changes? Are you still obeying when nobody sees? Are you still trusting when it costs you comfort? James writes, but let patience have her perfect work, that you may be perfect and complete, lacking nothing. James 1:4. Nobody likes patience, but patience is proof of maturity. It's the evidence that you trust God's timing more than your urgency. Here's the hard truth. Some blessings can't survive the version of you that wants them too early. Some doors stay closed not because God is cruel, but because you're not ready to walk through them yet. Silence matures you. It steadies you. It deepens your roots. Because when the storm comes, and it will, the tree with shallow roots falls first. And I know what you might be thinking, but what if I'm stuck? What if I've been here too long? Let me tell you something gently, heart to heart. God is never late, but he is intentional. There's a verse that carried me through nights of doubt. Though it linger, wait for it. It will certainly come and will not delay. Habakkuk 2. 2, 3. Waiting doesn't mean nothing is happening. Waiting means something is happening beneath the surface. Seeds grow in darkness before they ever break the soil. Muscles strengthen under resistance, not ease. And silence builds spiritual muscle. It teaches you to pray without emotion, to worship without reward, to trust without evidence. That's not weakness, that's formation. One day you'll look back and realize the silent season wasn't empty, it was sacred. It was the season God rewired your heart, corrected your desires, and anchored your faith deeper than feelings. And when He speaks again, and He will, you'll hear Him differently. Not with desperation, but with discernment. Not with fear, but with confidence. So if you're in a silent season right now, here's what I want you to do. Don't rush it. Don't resent it and don't numb it. Lean into it. Ask God not just what He's doing, but who He's shaping you to become. Stay faithful in the small things. Keep showing up. Keep praying, even if it feels one-sided. Keep obeying, even when it costs you comfort. Because silence isn't the end of the story. It's the chapter where God is writing depth into your soul. And maybe, just maybe, the silence isn't God stepping away from you. It's Him trusting you with more than noise. If this spoke to you, don't brush it off. Sit with it. Pray honestly tonight. Not polished prayers, just real ones. Ask God what this season is forming in you. And if you know someone walking through silence, share this with them. Sometimes God answers prayers through people. And remember this, the same God who is silent today will be faithful tomorrow. Stay rooted, stay patient, stay open. He's closer than you think.